It's time for Buster.
I love Power Rangers, and many others do too, so naturally, fan-made content based on the franchise would be made. So many talented creators have done Power Rangers fan films that at the official Power Rangers convention, PMC, there was a contest for fan films. In 2018, a fan film called Power Rangers Unworthy came out and won the award for the best fan film at the convention. This singular fan film spun out into its own internet series with 3 episodes currently to its name. Now, I'm going to be upfront about this. This series has major problems that I can't excuse even for a fan-made series, and I will point them out, but I still have a lot of good things to say about Unworthy. If any of the creators or fans of Unworthy are watching this, I hope you can take my critiques with stride. With all that out of the way, Unworthy starts off with Lord Draken doing the neck-snapping thing villains like doing. I'm just saying, if you want to play a Power Rangers Unworthy drinking game, just take a shot every time a neck gets snapped. Then a ranger calling themselves the Arbiter arrives, who has deemed every Power Ranger ever unworthy, and is on a mission to kill them all, starting with Lord Draken. We then cut to Earth 218 and its version of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where we get some fun banter between our heroes and oh god. I don't like these suits. They're not made horribly, but the cybernetic patterns with black instead of white because edgy isn't appealing to me. This is a big shame as the Arbiter suit is really cool, so what happened with the base designs? The Rangers finish their fight with the putties and have some time off, but the Arbiter comes to fight them and seemingly kills them all. I'll admit, this is a pretty good first episode. It was dark, yes, but it was a cool kind of dark. You might see in something like Garo, rather than the unintentionally funny and tone-deaf kind of dark you would see in Man of Steel. I honestly didn't expect we would see jokes or character banter in this series, but I'm glad we did. Episode 2 begins of us suddenly ending up in the world of Kamen Rider Amazons. Seriously, did we really need an Instagram filter to tell us this was a dark series? I think the suits do that job well enough. Naturally, because this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Green Ranger comes in to save everyone's butts. And look at that! Tommy's a kick-butt girl who's dating Kimberly. Isn't that sweet? Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead to the end of this episode, where the Rangers confront the Arbiter, because I think episode 2 balances edge and fun up until the very end. At the end of episode 2, the Arbiter kills Tommy! You know, the gay one who was just introduced in this episode. This was assumingly done to give Kimberly motivation to kill the main villain. Oh, screw off with that nonsense! Seriously, if you're gonna kill a character, maybe don't kill the gay one you just introduced in this episode! Seriously, did you guys not think through the implications of this? Also, Adam dies, though that was apparently for a production reason since the actor couldn't come back for future episodes. I should probably stop now, but episode 3, it introduces us to the Chrono Ranger, who adds a ton more unneeded swears to the script along with telling the backstory of the Arbiter. Basically, the Arbiter is pissed at the events of Shattered Grid and wants to kill all the Rangers because of it. When you think about it, this is kind of a stupid motivation, but hey, at least he looks cool and is threatening. We get a montage of the Arbiter traveling through the multiverse, fighting all sorts of Rangers, then we get a bunch of brooding from the 218 Rangers as they prepare to fight the Arbiter. And that's Power Rangers Unworthy for you. Most of the time, the action scenes are exciting to watch. Despite the weird amount of movie references in episode 2, the dialogue can be witty and sometimes epic, and it's clear that the people behind this project are trying their best with the limited resources they have. However, the screen filters can be really annoying, and some of the previously ranted about story and dialogue choices are questionable at best and insulting at worst. Power Rangers Unworthy is a fine fan film series with seemingly high production values, but I'm starting to grow tired of both fan films and theatrical productions making childhood properties we love into something more adult with killing and swearing, when all we really want is just to see the stuff we loved as kids updated for the modern age. This is what made the Disney era of Power Rangers so good. They took all our favorite elements from the franchise and updated them for the time with some new things thrown in there. Power Rangers Unworthy does show these traits from time to time, but then Rangers' necks are being snapped, and the Chrono Ranger says a bunch of swears, and we go back to the juvenile form of making our media more mature. That's just my perspective though. Maybe this is what everyone wants, and hey, that's cool. I mean, it's already gotten a lot of support and already tens and thousands of views of each episode, so it's not like it needs me to help or hinder it. I just think Power Rangers fan films and even Power Rangers itself can be more creative than make that 90s show for kids dark. Also, while I'm here, Hasbro, do you want to hear my pitch?
Don't be afraid to listen to your own